not a dime. Prince Harry furiously accused Meghan as her latest move sent him into permanent exile ahead of the coronation. According to the Daily Beast, King Charles III. Allegedly the abdication crisis of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle in the same way he previously exiled Edward, an insider claimed. A friend of the new monarch said the royals managed the abdication crisis by exiling Edward, which meant he and Wallis ended up appearing to almost the entire British people as unimportant, misguided, disloyal and even traitorous figures. It was a masterpiece, in the service of which the Queen Mother in particular worked tirelessly. The same is already happening with Harry and Meghan and will only gain momentum in the years to come under King Charles' rule, the source added. And of course, a renegade's second son is far less of an existential threat to the fabric of the monarchy than a renegade king. Additionally, a former Buckingham Palace staffer told the outlet that the king's accession declaration was a message to the Sussexes not to disrupt his rule. Harry and Meghan will be invited to the coronation, but they will be seated firmly in the cheap seats, along with Beatrice and Eugenie, as they were at the funeral. It will be. Charles will be ruthless when it comes to protecting the crown, and that means keeping Harry and Meghan as far off centre of gravity as possible, the insider shared. In other news, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex left the UK to move abroad with their Sonak in early 2020, while also relinquishing their titles as working members of the royal family. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry tried to goad Meggs in an email to King Charles III. But the response they received was incredibly badly received, a royal correspondent has claimed. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex spent Christmas in Canada in late 2019, away from the rest of the royal family, with their baby son Archie Harrison. Valentine Lowe, a royal correspondent for The Times, has claimed that before Harry returned from holiday, he emailed his father, King Charles III, expressing his dissatisfaction. The excerpts are from Mr. Lowe's book Courtiers: The Hidden Power Behind the Crown, in which he claimed the current setup wasn't working for them and they wanted to go and live in North America. Harry appeared to be under the impression that they could just sort it out via email before he and Meghan returned to London on January 6, but the reply they received would require a proper family chat. The couple were also told that the first date the family would be available was more than 3 weeks later, on January 29. However, it is unclear whether this inflexibility was due to Charles being scheduled to travel to Davos, or whether the response came from Private Secretary Clive Alderton. Regardless, this went down incredibly badly from the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's perspective, leading to the narrative that they were not being taken seriously by the palace machinery or the rest of the family. Mr. Lowe claimed Harry tried to expedite the situation by arranging a meeting with his grandmother the Queen before he went to Canada, but the message he was given was that the monarch was confused about her diary and was no longer available. The royal correspondent wrote that Harry was outraged that it wasn't true. The courtiers had gotten in the way, it seemed, because they viewed the meeting with the Queen as an attempt to take out the Queen before Harry started talking to the rest of the family. A source spoke of the danger that a private conversation could be interpreted very differently by two people. This is said to have upset Harry so much that he considered driving straight from the airport to Sandringham to see the Queen. Unannounced, the Duke of Sussex scrapped the idea, but it was reportedly a sign of his frustration that he even considered playing such a move. The couple announced their Mexican plans on January 8. While the royal family met in Sandringham 5 days later to discuss the situation. Express.co UK have reached out to Buckingham Palace and EXILE for comment. Just over a month later, on February 19, Buckingham Palace released a statement confirming that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex had confirmed to the Queen that they would not be returning as working members of the royal family. After discussions with Harry, the monarch had confirmed that stepping down from the royal family would not allow them to continue with the responsibilities and duties that come with a life of public service. The Buckingham Palace statement said the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have confirmed to Her Majesty the Queen that they will not be returning as working members of the royal family. After discussions with the Duke, the Queen has confirmed in writing that she is withdrawing from the workers.